When most of us think of farming in the Deep South, it's corn, cotton, and more cotton. Well, we found a slightly nutty family farm in northern Madison County, growing another singularly southern staple, pecans. As Way 31's anchor Dan Schaefer shows us, these roots run deep.
Joe Newberry is nuts about pecans, and I'm not even going to pardon that pun. It's something Joe embraces.
That's why sometimes they call me the nutty CEO or manager and everything.
But it wasn't always this way. What you see today, acre after acre, row after perfect row of sturdy pecan trees, almost didn't happen. About 35 years ago, Joe helped his father plant a few dozen trees on this property. But Joe was no farmer. He went to college, married his high school sweetheart, became a successful businessman, and started a family. Well, after his dad passed away, the overgrown property became his. One day, an old family friend, Ted Brooks, who now helps run the farm, reminded Joe about those long-forgotten trees.
I was going to get a bulldoze everything down. And so he said, Joe, there's pecan trees in there. So he went in there with a hatchet and tagged every one of them. And then when the bulldozer got through, I said, well, you know, why don't we learn about pecans? And from that, it's kind of grown to 1,500 trees that we grow and process here at Newberry Pecans.
The U.S. is the world's largest producer of pecans, about 300 million tons per year. The Newberrys brought in about 6,000 pounds this year, just a nut in the bucket, but a big number for them.
It was a record harvest for us this year.
And Joe's not just a grower, he's a consumer. But not just a consumer, a devoted disciple of America's only native nut.
I'm real big into health. In pecans, I eat 14 halves a day. They've got 19 vitamins and minerals in them that people need. It's very, very healthy for you. In fact, they have even proven that eating pecans can help you lose weight. It helps you on hair loss. It helps you on certain types of cancer.
Newberry's is now the largest pecan orchard in North Alabama. The nuts are harvested in the fall by shaking the tree, creating a hail of shells. They're scooped up, brought inside, rinsed off, and then dried on these racks. And then the real fun begins. The nuts are sorted and shelled, taste tested, best I ever had, and inspected. At this point in the operation, as you'll see, we've got the sheller, the shaker, and the Schaefer working. And then a final inspection of the amateur inspector's inspection. That was on his side. Pecans with personality, and honestly, they're all nuts. Joe's high school sweetheart, she's the president.
The head nut, yes.
And as a savvy leader, Marie Newberry has come up with a novel business plan. Get the whole family involved. Her eyes really light up when she talks about the elves of the pecan assembly line this time of year, her grandchildren who help out on the weekends.
One grandchild will be folding boxes. Another one will put the recipe cards in. Another one will put this little sticker on the front of the box, and we just go down the line, and it's a lot of fun.
Truly a family business.
It is. It really is. And then, my grown children, of course, the grandchildren's parents are here with their spouses, so it's all hands on deck this time of year.
These trees will live to be 150 years old. Plenty of pecans for new generations of Newberrys to enjoy. Joe thinks of his dad a lot out here among the trees and what he would think of the legacy that began with the roots he put down all those years ago.
Well, I think he would think it's a lot of work, and that's what it is, but it's a labor of love.
And that was our own Dan Schaefer reporting. We do have a link with details on where you can find your own bag of Newberry pecans when you open up this story right now on waytv.com and our Way 31 News app. A big thanks to the Newberry family for allowing us to showcase them and spend time on their farm.